98.5, 80s, 90s, and now. So which is worse, the advice or the person giving the advice, Kara?
I don't know, Tad. That's the exact situation that I find myself in with my husband these days. He's been influenced by some social media celebrity. And now typically it wouldn't really bother me, but who he's being influenced by and what this influencer is trying to do is directly affecting my life, and I am not into it at all.
All right. Well, we have Kara's new husband, Ryan, on the phone here for the reveal, the story, to find out who this is. Hello, Ryan.
Hi.
Ryan does not know what you're going to reveal to us.
Yeah, Ryan knows nothing about what I'm about to say. We were at the grocery store talking about all kinds of good things that we could make. And one thing after the other got shot down. Processed foods. Processed foods. All of this stuff is processed foods. We can't eat this. It's processed foods. I'm like, babe, what all of a sudden is the deal with the processed foods thing? Like, we eat fast food 5 days out of a 7-day week. Like, what?
This was the guy
why
you
all
said
of a sudden?
Yesterday that was pounding 2 McRibs.
Totally.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he tells me that he's been influenced by this disgusting piece of a human on social media.
Is that?
This influencer is Dan Balzerian from the internet.
Yeah, so correct me if I'm wrong, isn't he the guy whose social media pages, every picture has AR-15s, $1 million cash, and like 15 scantily clad women?
Yes. That's why I said he is the picture of the most disgusting human being on this earth. And he's influencing my husband to ruin my life with this weird dietary restriction thing.
All right, so
and I'm not into it.
You don't like this guy.
I don't like
and
this guy.
Still don't even leave. Does everybody but me know who this guy is? Because I have no
Probably.
idea who this is. And is he only known for Instagram? Like, is he only known for, like, how did he become famous?
I think he was a poker player, maybe?
He's
a gambler?
got like $1 billion or something crazy, and he just like throws his money around and is a real just gross person.
So, Ryan, why are you following this guy to begin with?
Exactly.
Because when I was single, I guess, maybe when I was single, I should have followed him. But now that I'm married, maybe he needs to come off of my Instagram. Because he's a big playboy.
Right. So were you following him to get ideas? Was it a brainstorm? Was it like how to...
Apparently,
did you want to be
because
like
now
him?
he's got this big idea that we're going to cut out sugar and dairy and processed foods.
Who would you like Ryan to be influenced by?
I'll replace him with whoever you want me to.
Oh, you might want to take a few minutes on this. Don't just rush to an answer.
I know. I'll have to think about that. That's so tough.
Somebody that will tell me healthy tips and different exercises.
No. It's got to be so much more than that. Because think about it. Ryan chose when he was a single man to follow this guy as his inspiration to like be attractive to women. And you find this to be disgusting. So
I do.
You need to pick some social media influencer, some celebrity for him to follow on Instagram, for him to undo what this
all the damage that this guy
Dan
has done.
Balzerian has done to him.
Well, what does Kara find attractive? I know. Dogs.
Yes.
What if he followed like an actual dog on Instagram and that was his influencer? I just looked up. There's this Body, the menswear dog. He's got like 400,000 followers. It's like this dog that dresses all regal and acts appropriate. Couldn't think of anything better.
Well, the thing is, though, is that from what I know is that Kara's husband, Ryan, loves her dogs. So you don't need him to love dogs anymore.
No,
you need him to be
that
more of a
wouldn't be
gentleman.
a stretch. Like,
Right.
I need something that's going to check his behavior and help to kind of change the way things have been.
It sounds like you're trying to control him like people do a dog. That's why he should follow a dog.
Oh, my
Boom.
gosh. I'm not trying to control him. I just don't think this is a very good influence on either one of us, and
So
there should be someone better.
So he needs to change. You're trying to control him.
Drex is ready to drop a mic, and we all know what happens when Drex drops mics. They break.
Yeah.
So we need help finding an influencer for Ryan. Kathy?
Josh Brolin, the actor, I mean, he talks about his wife all day, every day, like every woman would dream for their husband to talk about them. It's absolutely crazy and breathtaking. Just check it out.
I love that.
Kathy, I have a question.
Yes.
When your spouse, your husband is going to talk about you, what are the things that you want him to say?
That I'm a hot love.
Hey, Shannon and Canton.
Yes.
Who should Kara's husband Ryan follow on social media to basically influence him, make him a better person?
Will Smith, hands down.
Will Smith.
Yeah, but don't Will and Jada have an open relationship, I heard?
He's very inspirational. He's funny. He's pretty level-headed, except for that part.
I'm not trying to poke holes, but like that's the first thing I think of.
Yeah, but the ship is sinking. All right, I think we found one here. Ava in Duluth.
I think you should follow Martha Stewart. That way she gets everything, a little bit of help around the house and everything else and cooking, because I know Ryan doesn't do any of the cooking. And she's also still a bit of a bad girl, because she's been to jail.
I love that.
I mean, Kara,
absolutely love it.
is there a better suggestion, really?
No, because I love Martha Stewart, and she's like the queen of homemaking, and Ryan definitely could use some tips.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, you just recently talked about how he wouldn't unload the groceries properly. Mm-hmm. Martha knows how to unload some groceries.
She knows how to do everything.
Well, there's also this whole thing about Martha engaging in illegal activity with Snoop Dogg. I mean... Maybe keep that off the table, Kara?
Well, I mean, he likes this Dan Blazarian guy who is a disgusting human. So if he's got to have somebody that's got a little bit of edge to it,
okay. Right.
I would much prefer it be Martha Stewart than Dan Blazarian.
Because Martha Stewart can cut you, but she can do that while making a nice souffle.
Absolutely, exactly, yeah. And it would be in a lovely pattern as well.
I'm pretty inspired. I think I'm going to follow Martha Stewart as well. Drex, are you on board with this?
I'm the anti-Martha Stewart.